How are we doing, YouTube? See here. It is, what is it? The 6th at 6 o'clock. I tell you, truckers are jerks sometimes. I'm over here in, I don't know where I am. Middletown, Ohio, kind of. There's a pilot over here. I don't know if it's not very big or if it just seems like it's not very big because there's so many truck parks or so many trucks jammed in this parking lot. It's right off of, I don't know what it's right off of, 75 or something. Anyway, my receiver didn't have parking where I'm going to deliver at first thing in the morning. So I had to pay for a parking place. $18 now over here. That is crazy. But there really wasn't any place that wasn't really, really sketchy to park. And even my paid for parking, which was way in the back, really wasn't any better than in the middle parking that wasn't paid. Now there wasn't any. They have paid parking places up in the front that are easy to get into. This is not one of those. Long story short. So I find a place in the back and I get her wiggled in here. And I'm watching this other truck. It was tight, but I got it in here. We didn't hit anything, didn't knock anybody's hood off or mirror off, or no damage was done. Even though the guy next to me looked like he was parking at an S-curve. Because he's using every bit of his spot. He's clear on one side on the back side and clear on the front side on the side where I had the back around. But that's not the jerky part. That's just a guy that don't know how to drive. So I'm looking at this other spots. There's like 3 spots. There wasn't, it's actually right next to me. There wasn't 3 spots when I got in here. But somehow between me going in to pay and coming out, somebody left. Because now there was 3 spots next to mine. There wasn't 3 spots next to mine when there was 2. There was 2, but there was not 3. So somebody left. So now there's like 3 spots next to me. And there's this truck backing in when I went and paid for my parking. And what made it difficult wasn't that it was narrow, although it was, is that the parking lot, the trucks across from me didn't park on the line. So they're all parked this way, closer to this side. There should have been a little bit more room to hook this in here, but because all those guys are parked a little bit this way, it made the driveway narrower than it would have. It's already narrow. It made it narrower yet than it should be, and it's basically because truck drivers are too lazy to get out, and go back and look and see, did I back up, close to my spot line, or am I hanging out 3 or 4 feet? And then once the first guy did it wrong, the whole road just did it right next to him. Thinking, well, he must be on the line. I'll park next to him. I'll stop when my mirror is even with his. Without going to check to see if he's right. That's not the jerky part either. Although that is jerky. That's not the jerky part either. So as I'm coming back, weaving through the trucks, because there's quite a few trucks in here. This guy's backing in next. Now, there's 3 spots next to me now. Like I said, there was not 3 when I backed in, but there's 3 now. So it's not like I'm complaining because there was 4 spots in between me and I couldn't get mine in. I got mine in, but there wasn't 3. Somebody left. He's got 3 spots to get in. Fine. That's, no problem. No big deal. This jerk, what does he do? Instead of parking on one side or the other side of those 3 spots to make it so the next guy that comes in has got a double spot to get into, and eventually only one person has a single hole to try to wiggle into. Nah, this guy, He parks right in the middle. So there's 3 spots. He could park in this one and leave 2 spots, or he could park in this one and leave 2 spots. What's he do? He parks right here in the middle one. So now 2 people have to try to back into a single hole spot. When all he had to do was, when he backed that truck in, it just hit one side or the other. And this is the weird thing about it. He thinks he's smart. Oh, look what I did. Man, I'm easy peasy. Now this guy, now he's got to worry about 2 trucks hitting him tonight, backing in. Because he's got to get... I'm right next to a guy. I've only got to worry about 1 guy running into my truck. He's got to worry about 2 guys running into his truck. So, I almost said serves him right. Being stupid doesn't serve anybody right. It's just a not cool thing to do. Just park on one side or the other. He had plenty of room. He could, whichever way he was favoring, that he could have pulled up and wiggled over. It may have taken him a couple times, to wiggle over to one side or the other. But he could have done it. No problem. The lines aren't too bad. Although I think I should get a job working for Pilot, painting their lines. Because a lot of these lines need a little bit of treatment. Anyway, you can't hardly see them. But yeah, is that not a jerky move? Leave it in the comments. I'm going to make an assumption. What's his DOT number? I'm trying to see how big his DOT number is. It's about 50 numbers. I can't remember what new numbers are. That looks like a new number to me. Newer number. He, I shouldn't say this, but he looked like a foreigner. Americans do the same thing. So I probably shouldn't say that. Just because you're a foreigner doesn't mean you would do so. Americans would do that too. So the fact that he's foreigner really doesn't have anything to do with the price of being in China, but it's just a jerky move. Makes me mad. No consideration. No consideration for the other drivers. But that's what it is in the trucking world. If the other people don't hate us, our own people hate us. If a four-wheeler ain't trying to make your day miserable and crash you, a big truck's trying to make your day miserable and crash you. But anyway, hope everybody had a good day. My day was fairly uneventful. I went to get loaded. Got unloaded last night, just like I was supposed to. I think I did a video. I did a video last night. Went over there this morning at 7 o'clock to get loaded. And I'm sitting there waiting. I need to go on the scale. This is scrap aluminum. Lucky it's all in boxes, though, so it shouldn't be scattered all on my floor. But the guy says, at least he was nice enough to tell me this. One of the guys leaving, I pulled up on the scale. The scale's outside the gate. But the gate was open. And he said, I'm waiting everybody at the scale, and I'm kind of looking to see if somebody's in the office or whatnot. And he says, the girls don't get here till 8. He said, you can park right there, though. You're not in the way anywhere. He said, but they won't get here till 8, a few minutes before. So that was nice of him. I wasn't looking around like a crazy person trying to figure out how to get checked in. Because my instructions said that they 7 o'clock appointment. It wasn't a 7 o'clock appointment. It was 7 to 10 load time. But it's actually 8 because they're not even open at 7. Here nor there about that. It all worked out okay. And where I'm delivering, I drove by there hoping they had a parking place, but which I kind of looked on Google Earth and it looked like there was gates. And if you're going to some place that's got scrap metal, usually they lock you up. But all right, everybody, God bless. I hope everybody has a great day. We're almost out of time, so everybody get outside this weekend, do something fun.